Hello, we are Pumpmen. In this video, we will discuss the importance of piping and instrumentation diagrams, as well as the role the components within them play. A piping and instrumentation diagram is a diagram that shows the connection between the equipment in a process, as well as the equipment and instrumentation used to control the process. In the engineering profession, a standard set of symbols is used to prepare drawings of a wide variety of processes. The instrument symbols used in these drawings are generally based on an International Society of Automation. Three of the main components in a piping and instrumentation diagram are valves, pumps, and compressors. They are exhibited by the following symbols.
This is a non-return valve. A non-return valve allows for the flow of fluid in one direction whilst preventing flow in the opposite direction. Forward fluid flow keeps the valve open when in operation. Minimizing pressure drop is a key factor when choosing a type of return valve to use. Typically, these types of valves are utilized in the chemical processing industry and domestic irrigation. These devices are automatic and require no external activation. These valves are generally small, simple, and relatively inexpensive. A non-return valve consists of the following major components: housing, valve head, cover, spring, and hexagonal screw. Assembly of the valve begins with the valve head being placed within the main housing unit. This is then followed by the placement of the spring. The cover is placed upon the spring, which as a result is compressed. The hexagonal screws are then inserted to secure the unit.
A centrifugal pump is one that moves liquids through pipelines from a collection tank or vessel to another. It does this by supplying energy to the liquid through a spinning impeller, building up the pressure in the liquid and giving it enough speed to flow through the pipe from one place to another. These pumps can also be used to move slurries of liquid containing solid matter, like sand, powders, and even some foods. They are used for this main purpose in industry. The major components that the pump consists of include motor, stub shaft, housing cover, yoke, connecting flange, bleed valve, and pump housing with compensating ring and spacer ring. Initially, the stub shaft is screwed onto the top of the motor. Secondly, the connecting flange is slid on top of the motor. Thirdly, the yoke is connected onto the motor, on top of the connecting flange. The housing cover is then placed on top of the entire arrangement. The whole arrangement is screwed on via a hexagonal head screw. The impeller is then placed on top of the housing cover and kept in place with the aid of washers and hexagonal nuts. Lastly, the pump housing with compensating ring and spacer ring is placed on top of the whole arrangement and tightened with screw nuts. The pump is now fully constructed.